Hey guys, and welcome back to another movie reaction. So this is Volume 4, Chapter 4, and I believe it's titled Family. I'm a little nervous. I got slightly spoiled on Twitter yesterday, unfortunately, because I didn't watch it the day it came out, because I have it's finals week. Um, so there were people who were like, oh, Raven is really dark, and I'm like, what? And apparently pork is in this, and a quick apology because I am sick right now, which sucks. So if I cough like that, I'm gonna end up muting it in the thing, but apologies if my voice cracks or anything like that. I'm working to get better as much as I can. Like, I mean, I'm sick. So, also, it looks like from the question of last week, which was who the favorite team is, a lot of you guys really like Team Ranger, but there's also a lot of votes for Team Sun as well, which isn't surprising. I know there's a lot for Team Sun. There's a lot for Team Coffee. There was only a couple Team Rubies, which I shouldn't be surprised about, but I am. So that's interesting. Alright. I can't put this off any longer. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm afraid for what's gonna happen, because I think it's gonna be a dark one. And oh lord. Someone on Twitter said that I was gonna love it, and that either means it's gonna be really funny, or Pure Nikos is involved. So I'm also gonna sing full volume now. No keeping quiet, so I'm sorry guys. Used to be like a fairy tale, now it seems we were just pretending. Star Wars, we're on our way to a happy ending. This violence like a bedtime story. He can make me feel that I hear scoring, and it seems we were prepared for a game that wasn't fair. Should we just go home? Should we follow through? The hope is gone. There is one thing. I can't hit that note this early in the morning. Let's just live day by day with nothing conquered but our souls. Skin us down, we won't break free. The time will torn apart, but time won't bend our hearts. So let's just live. Still too high for me. I can do it a different key, but in my right range. But I mean, considering the music's right there. Farm boy, farm girl, farm maiden. Holy shit. Who are you? I love you. It's a big ass pitchfork. Ooh. Um, not used to this reflection, not used to looking like this.
Hello?
Fuck. Fuck. Well, there goes my maiden theory.
Hello, I'm Professor Osborne.
What? Was the Wait, what was that name? Shit, I couldn't hear it. Marco, maybe? So the Ozpin. Oh hell. Fuck. Fuck. One arm. No gauntlet. The cat that we see later. Oh, so she had the cap on so that she could put the arm on if she wanted. Why is Port there? And Oobleck.
Wearing a skirt. I was just a TA. I didn't know what to do, so I just left the room to laugh.
So he was a TA when Qrow was there.
He'd never worn a uniform before, so he didn't know. It's terrible. What is wrong with you? Hey, the girls all said he had nice legs. I did that jerk a favor. That's part. See, then we like what you see.
I have to draw this right now. Dang.
Oh, Miss Xiaolong, please join us. Yes. Pull up a chair. Please pull up a chair.
I'm good. So, what are you doing here?
Despite popular belief, teachers do have a life outside the classroom. Which is working round the clock to restore Beacon to its former glory. But Mistral wasn't built in a day, and we all need some rest from time to time. Look, let's not worry about that right now. So, there we were, standing in the auditorium, looking at Qrow wearing a skirt. Then Oz tells everyone it's time to work on our landing strategy.
Oh. Oh no.
Broadway twins have always been interesting, to say the least. That sure didn't seem to stop young Ty. Hey, come on, man. She's right here. Oh, please. She's a mature young woman. If she can handle combat, she can handle a few jabs at her old man. That's not the issue, Pete. And besides, she's still a teenager.
She is also in the room and can be directly spoken to.
Amen, Yang.
And I think I've been through enough to be considered an adult at this point.
Honestly.
Adult or not, you still got a long way to go before you're ready for the real world.
Oh my gosh, does every father figure just have the same 3 condescending phrases?
Yeah, but we only use them when we mean it.
Is that so?
As a matter of fact, it is so.
I'm so glad.
You honestly think that you're ready to go out there on your own? Well, I guess you lost some brain cells along with that arm.
Okay. Okay. That was too far.
Jerk!
Are we finally talking about the Goliath in the room?
Instead of the elephant in the room, it's the Goliath.
Miss Xiaolong. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird!
Don't mind me asking. Why haven't you tried on the arm yet?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Atlas technology being given out like that is rare indeed. Not to mention the effort it took to deliver it here. It seems a great many people want to see you return to normal.
But
I'm
she is.
scared. Everyone keeps talking about me getting back to normal, and I appreciate it, but this
Is normal for her.
is normal now.
Yeah.
It's just taking me a while to get used to it.
Well, normal is what you make of it.
What is that supposed to mean? Do you want me to just pretend like nothing happened? I lost a part of me. A piece
Literally.
of me is gone, and it's never coming back.
You're right. It's not coming back.
Unseeing eyes demand that we be symmetrical.
But that doesn't have to stop you from becoming who you want to be. You're Yang Xiaolong.
That's also a good point.
My sunny little dragon. You can do whatever you put your mind to. So whenever you're ready to stop moping and get back out there, I'll be there for you.
She has her dad's symbol on the jacket.
Fear is like any other emotion. It comes and goes. It's all in how you handle it. Why, even I find myself wrestling with that emotion from time to time.
Classic Port.
Really? You.
He's afraid of mice.
Disease and famine! And don't even get me started on their tails.
It's good to hear her laugh again. It really is. And she and Taiyang both have points. Normal is what you make it, but
It may be a while before we return. There is still much work to be done at the school.
I hesitate to ask, but is there any word from young Miss Rose?
Not yet.
oh,
Have you thought about going after her? Trying to bring her home?
I've got to look after some things.
okay. She's not a fucking burden.
Come on, guys! If we pick up the pace, we can hit the next town before sunset.
Assuming it's still there.
Of
Yo,
course it'll be
John.
there. This one's supposed to be pretty big.
Higanbana. It's a well-protected village with a popular inn.
Which means no camping in the rain. Everything's gonna be fine.
You know, we've had a lot of ups and downs, but things could be a lot worse. Really thought we'd see more Grim.
Dude,
I guess our luck is
do not.
going around. To Higanbana!
It's like you're asking for it. Oh, there it is. There it is. And that looks like Qrow. Ha. Raven. You practically hear they'll let them fight their own battles. He's following them.
Luck.
This looks a lot like the... This looks a lot like the village from the Red trailer, from the Volume 4 trailer. Is someone here? Raven. Qrow.
Oh, I didn't.
From the woman upstairs. Red eyes. Said you wouldn't mind bottom shelf.
Raven. She's here.
Thanks.
But I went ahead and gave you top. Lucky you.
Classic Qrow. Is anyone slowly realizing that Qrow is literally just serious black? Because it pleases me.
Yeah.
If we're gonna get to see Volume 4 Maya rendered Raven, I'm gonna... Shit, boy!
Hello, brother.
Raven.
That is not an affectionate tone. I guess I have a new Raven photo shoot to do. It's an
So,
orchestral version of I'm the
what do you
One.
want?
A girl can't just catch up with her family.
She can, but you're not. So how about we get on with it? Unless you plan on keeping these coming.
Does she have it?
Does she have what? The silver eyes?
Did you know Yang lost her arm?
Oh.
That's not...
Rhetorical question. I know you know. It's just obnoxious that you'd bring up family and then carry on like your own daughter doesn't exist.
Honestly,
I saved her.
once.
Because that was your rule, right? Real mom of the year material, sis.
A Raven mother.
I told you Beacon would fall, and it did. I told you Ozpin would fail, and he has. Now you tell me, does Salem have it?
Fuck!
I thought you weren't interested in
The
any of that.
artifact. Oh.
I just want to know what we are up against.
Weird.
And which we are you referring to?
I'm with that. I knew her hair was in a ponytail. For the record, when I cosplayed her, I knew it was in a half ponytail.
You should come back, Raven. The only only way we beat her is by working together.
Honestly.
All of us.
You're
Oh,
the one who left.
what?
The tribe raised us, and you turned your back on them.
They were killers and thieves.
They were your family.
You have a very skewed perception of that word.
Honestly.
I lead our people now. And as leader, I will do everything in my power to ensure our survival.
I saw. The people of Shion saw too.
Oh,
The weak die, the strong live. Those are the rules.
fuck. Did she?
Well, you've certainly got someone strong on your side. I've seen the damage.
We couldn't have known the Grimm would set in as quickly as they did.
I'm not talking about the Grimm. And I'm not talking about you either.
If you don't know where the relic is, then we have nothing left to talk about.
I don't know where the Spring Maiden is either.
Shit.
You do.
Shit!
Tell me.
And why would I do that?
Because without her, we're all going to die.
And which we are you referring to?
Jesus. I love the way the new portals look.
Make this one a double.
So, oh, I have a lot. Sunflowers.
Okay. Let's get started.
We're gonna be training again. Oscar. Okay, his name's Oscar. Worn stained shirt, woolen cloth. I love him. Oh god. Okay. Oh man, that was just a lot to process. Whoa, wait, did I just see Kim's name? Kim, who the fuck did you voice in this? Oh, Kim was the waitress! Figures. I was wondering, I was wondering if she had been a voice actor somewhere before. Like, because that voice sounded familiar, and it's like, it's fucking Kim. Oh, man. Oh, wow, okay. That's a lot to process. That is a lot to process. That is a lot to process. Okay, I don't know where to start. So I guess my Spring Maiden theory was wrong, in that the farm boy is not the Spring Maiden in disguise, but is connected to Ozpin. So maybe it's that whole Ozpin could replace his consciousness into someone else, or have some effect with it. The Wizard of Oz. The man behind the curtain. I vaguely remember something about a mirror. I was never that into the Wizard of Oz, but it only showed up. Like, the boy knew he was there. It was like he was speaking into a mirror. He wasn't sure who his reflection was. Maybe they're like, if Blake's fanfiction was foreshadowing, Volume 4, I'm gonna fight something. A man with two souls. Oscar and Ozpin. Fuck my life! Jesus Christ! If that was the plan from the very beginning, I swear to God. But now we have a name, so that is Oscar, and he works on the farm. He works on the farm. I'm guessing with a maternal figure, possibly a mother or an aunt, and he has some connection with Ozpin. And he looked at his reflection, and it was as if it wasn't his own, but he still responded to Oscar, so it wasn't like his entire being was gone. It was like he was sharing it. Okay, and then we have. What came next? That dream sequence. Jesus Christ. The way that she woke up after that, you know that's not the first time it's happened. She probably has those nearly every night. Just feeling being able to do something about it, and then having it have no effect, and then suddenly you're helpless. That's what that was. She's tired of being helpless, of feeling like a burden. I mean, Tai Yang was even like, that the only reason he didn't go after Ruby was because he had to look after something. Yang. And she needs people to be with her. He shouldn't feel like she's some form of burden. Maybe he wants her back up on her feet so they can look for Ruby together, but I don't know. And then poor Newblack, that was like, I didn't think that they died, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they had, because there was that whole, it's going to be a great story one day. I would appreciate if my students were alive to tell about it. And then they were fighting off like an entire pack of herd, cluster, farm worth of Pegasus Grim. So it's nice that they came to visit, and it's nice that they have such an interesting relationship with Tai Yang and all of Team Stark, because Port was a TA. I can't even picture that. This is Professor Port, who is constantly tooting his own horn, both in the sense of a weapon and in the sense of his ego. Having him be a TA is strange, and then Oobleck, I guess, just Oobleck. And now I guess kind of on to the Goliath in the room, I guess, to take some words from it. Raven. I haven't really had much to think about her. I cosplayed her once, that was an adventure. And I knew that a Raven mother was something, I think it was in German culture, that was like a mother who is barely there, who seems to be uncaring. But I've also seen her in like the Yang trailer. She was a Raven. She flew by when Yang was walking into the club, and in order to save Yang once, she had to be watching for an opportunity. So she's always kind of been there, she's just not been willing to act. In the conversation between Raven and Qrow, this episode really reveals a lot about who they are. Because Qrow and Raven were not raised in kingdoms, that much is clear. They were raised in villages, kind of with small groups, I'm assuming. My best assumption is bandits. That would explain her bandit-like garb, her mask, the way that she behaves. It explains why Qrow had never worn a uniform before, why he wore the kilt in Shion. That was the city they were walking to in episode 2, I believe. That is where Ren saw the symbol in the ground. That is where Nora saw the symbol. That is when you see the physical reaction they had to a mark in the ground that very clearly brought back memories. We have never seen Ren so emotional or aggressive in that respect before. And that could be why. Raven most likely leads, like, bandits stick together. It's safer in the world of Revenant to stick together. So if there's a group of nomadic bandits who always are moving around that she's the head of, she was responsible for Shion, and Qrow knew it. She's living an extreme version of survival of the fittest. The weak die and the strong live on. And she didn't even seem the slightest bit remorseful about the Grimm coming in and completely annihilating the city. My current thought, because I'm going to have to edit the hell out of my theory right now, is that Bandit Raven's tribe were most likely the ones responsible for Ren and Nora's villages being destroyed. Because that was recognition on their faces. I said it 2 episodes ago, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it in my theory video. When they saw that mark in the ground, that was recognition. There was anger and loathing and sadness and hatred, and it would make sense if they watched their families die. They have no home to go back to. They have no family. Nora said it herself. It makes sense for Ren to be quieter and reserved, even beyond just a quiet, reserved personality, if he was raised in a village that wasn't in a kingdom, where everything was smaller, more open with nature, more peaceful and serene, somewhere like Shion. But places that are more susceptible to bandits and thus more susceptible to Grimm. It would make sense why someone who lived through an experience like that would want to become a hunter. That could be why he survived. At Rooster Teeth, give us a Renarch, please. But, so she took over for them. And her rule is you get saved once, so I'm wondering if that is a tribal thing. Raven was saved once, Qrow was saved once. They have one freebie, and then they have to fend completely for themselves. But I'm with Qrow. She has some pretty warped definitions of family. If she's upset at him for leaving the tribe when she won't even visit her daughter after she lost an arm. It's disgusting. And it makes sense that Raven left, because if she wanted to take Yang with her to that life, this is Tai Yang. I doubt he'd let her. And odds are she'd be more than content to be leader of a tribe without having to worry about a child. God damn it, Raven. We've seen her for maybe 5 minutes in total up until this point. Max. Easily 2. And in a short dialogue scene. But there's also the matter of her, I don't think it's her semblance, but her ability to leave places. Because we know semblances are hereditary, so maybe somewhat. Maybe it is. But we see portals like that a lot. We see it in episode 1 with Ruby Rose, and the very beginning of volume 1, where Cinder is fighting, you have those spinning orange portals on the floor. You see them again with the maidens in volume 3, so that's a thing. But ravens are red. And most importantly, the waitress's reaction to it. She very clearly knew what it was. She was terrified. There was immediate it immediately registered with her that the woman with the red eyes was a part of something that she has learned, that she has been told to fear most likely her whole life living in a village, even if it's a large one. And I also think it's important to bring up here a little detail about Raven's costume that I only discovered recently, and by recently I mean a couple months ago, because when I was cosplaying Raven, I wanted to pay a lot of detail to it. Gonna have to remake it, of course, when I get home now, because there's a whole new model, but her sash has something very important painted on it, and that is a series of very familiar mountains and a woman who looks a lot like Salem. General silhouette, general hairstyle. It looks like the wastes from what we've seen. I don't know what that could mean, but considering that and the Grim Mask and the general bandits and her knowledge of the relic, which could be that maybe her and Qrow and Tai Yang were asked to be a part of what happened with the artifact and the maidens, if Summer was in fact a maiden. But she knows enough to be afraid of Salem. She knows she can't stop her. She just needs to know she has the artifact so she can protect her people. Not without concern for the rest of Remnant. She knows, and that's what's important here. Is that there's definitely more more going on than we know, which has always been the case with RWBY. That's always how it's been. But it's at a point where it's becoming more and more crucial that we find out. And then we have Yang, which you have to give her credit. She's remarkably strong, beyond just the physical strength we've seen in past volumes. This is emotional strength that is incredible. It's been 6 to 8 months, yeah, but that's still not a long time. It's 6 to 8 months to address the Goliath in the room. To be able to joke with her dad about losing a few brain cells along with her arm. And she's scared of living up to expectations. Atlas custom made an arm for her and shipped it there no matter how dangerous it was, because they want her back on their feet. They know that she's a powerful force to be reckoned with. And I think she's scared of letting them down. Like, the way she is with one arm is the new normal. It is Yang. That's that is how she is. Having a prosthetic isn't gonna automatically make that the part that she lost. She knows she can't just move on. And ultimately it's up to her whether she decides to keep using the arm like it was implied at the end of the episode when she trained with Tai Yang, or if she won't, like it was in the preview art and with the opening when she's fighting with Tai. And all I could think of that entire time was the Yellow trailer, because I was working on some editing with it. And I don't remember the full quote, but it was like, prying eyes demand that we be symmetrical. And that seems oddly fitting, considering circumstances. There's a lot to think on after that episode. Like, well, Chapter 2 was definitely an emotional response. Chapter 3 was, oh my god, we finally get to see Yang, we get to see Blake. It was establishing how each of the characters was. And now that we've reached Chapter 4, it's diving more into what is going on. We had an introduction to the characters, now it's time to see them grow and develop. Long story short, shit's about to get real. There's a lot we don't know, and there's a lot that our protagonists don't know, and that's dangerous. I'm just trying to think about it. This is going to be an interesting season. I have to work on my finals, but I want a theory craft. No. As always, because I realized I haven't done this in the past videos, I wanted to give a huge thank you to the entire RWBY. That was incredible. The animation, I wanted to cry. All the sound effects were wonderful. It was all beautifully composited. Jesus Christ, that dream sequence! Holy shit. Oh, it's great, and I love all of the voice acting that's going on. It's still wonderful. I love all of the subtle animations that they're able to do now because they have a little bit more freedom with Maya. You can see more of Qrow's mannerisms, more of Yang's and Tai Yang's mannerisms. You get a whole other level of character with it. And that being said, I need to immediately go fix up my Raven cosplay because I got a cheap-ass pigtail wig that I used and combined for one thing, and I'll probably put up a picture like here-ish of my Raven cosplay. But like, I need to fix that up. I need to fix that into like a bar-in photo shoot right now. Damn it, RWBY, why do you keep making me want to cosplay things? I'm in college, I'm on a budget. I think we're probably seeing more of Team Ranger next episode, hopefully. I love Team Ranger, I really do. So hopefully we'll be seeing more of them soon, but I'm definitely intrigued to see what's going to be going on. And I definitely say there's a lot for everyone who watches RWBY to think about. I'm interested to see any theories you guys have, any comments you guys have. I might need some input on this theory because I'm running a little low on details beyond Ren's backstory, and I don't really have time to rewatch all of the episodes right now. So hopefully, I realize I've been promising theory videos for like a month now, but it's hard to find time, guys. I need to go doodle Qrow in a skirt. Like, if you see a full comic on the internet that is that whole scene of just Qrow walking into the auditorium wearing a kilt or a skirt, well, in the like what you see. I love Qrow. I love Qrow so much. So, as far as question of this week, I was gonna do who your favorite teacher was, but I kind of want to know who your favorite member of Team Stark is. I know that we've only seen 3, and we've only really seen 2 of them for too long, but of those 4, Summer, Tai Yang, Qrow, and Raven, what are your thoughts on them? Who is your favorite? What do you think of their general existence, I suppose? So, until next week, or until VitaCast, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of your comments. They make my day. I got like some 50 comments, and I have them put together in a video that I'm gonna put up eventually. That's just people calling me Pura, and I think it's just kind of funny because I was kind of sitting there like, thank you, but why? If that makes sense. Ah, I'm sick, and I apologize for the singing in the beginning. Of course. That did not happen, although some of you looked like you wanted me to do covers, which I wouldn't even know where to start. I do have a mic, but that's just been this episode. This whole episode has just been the shrug emoji. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you all for all of you subscribing. Like, at the point that I'm recording this, I have like 1,911 subscribers, I think, which is weird because I just cry on camera about Pierre and Nico. So I don't really know what you're doing here, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you all enjoyed the episode, and I'm excited to see what you guys think in the comments. So with that, have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful, wonderful week. And I've said that 3 times, so I'm just gonna end this video here. Like what you see, lady?